Hello everyone, this video is on reconciliation of input tax credit with GSTR-2B. As you are aware, with effect from 1st January 2022, in addition to original 4 conditions, 5th condition has been notified by the Government of India, and according to such condition, now credit is available only on the basis of form GSTR-2B. So in this video, we are going to analyze various areas which you should remember while doing reconciliation with form GSTR-2B. According to section 16 subsection 2 clause AA, read with rule 36(4), credit in respect of any tax invoice or debit note is available to the recipient only when it is declared by the supplier in his GSTR-1 and communicated to recipient in form GSTR-2B. So this rule is applicable only in 2 cases: when you are availing credit through tax invoice and through debit note. However, when we are claiming input tax credit in form GSTR-3B, we are claiming such credit under different headings like import of goods, import of service, credit on inward supply which is subject to reverse charge mechanism, credit on ISD invoices, and remaining credit we are showing under the category of all other ITC. So it is very important to understand that even if all these fields will be there in your form GSTR-2B, still reconciliation is not required in each and every cases. Reconciliation is required only when you are taking credit under these 5 headings through tax invoice or through debit note. So in case of import of goods, reconciliation is not required in that case. In case of import of service and inward supplies which are subject to reverse charge mechanism, reconciliation is required only in respect of those transactions where supplier is registered. So reconciliation of RCM invoices is required only when goods or services are procured from the registered person. Transaction of URD RCM, there is no need of any reconciliation. In case of credit taken on ISD invoices, again there is no need of any reconciliation. In case of all other ITC, you are required to reconcile all the invoices and debit note with form GSTR-2B, and you can avail credit in your form GSTR-3B in respect of only those invoices and debit note which are matched with the details of GSTR-2B. Now when we are saying matched with the details of GSTR-2B, what we are expected to match? You are required to match 5 things. First and very important thing is GSTIN number of supplier. Second, invoice number. Third, invoice date. Fourth, tax amount. And fifth is place of supply. So you are required to reconcile these 5 fields, and if these 5 fields as mentioned by your supplier in your tax invoice are matching with form GSTR-2B, then only you are eligible for taking credit in form GSTR-3B. Now if there is mismatch in any of the field, you should communicate such difference to your supplier and he can amend such details in subsequent months GSTR1. Now, sometimes you may find that supplier has reported his invoice in form GSTR1 on or before due date for filing GSTR1, but still it is not appearing in form GSTR-2B. Now, in such cases, there is no clarification received from the CBIC on said matter. So, in such case, it is better to not avail credit in respect of such invoice. You should immediately raise ticket using GST portal grievance facility, and through which you can communicate such thing to GST officer. Now, whether reconciliation is required in case of import of goods, reconciliation in case of import of goods is not required. However, many people are getting notices from the department regarding mismatch between the IceGate data and credit claimed against import of goods in GSTR-3B. So, it is advisable to have the appropriate reconciliation of import of goods with the details reported in form GSTR-2B. In short, when we are doing this matching exercise, it is applicable only for 2-3 cases. Supplies which are received from registered person on invoice or debit note, like supply received from SEZ supplier. In that case, reconciliation is necessary. In case of RCM, again, reconciliation is required only in respect of those invoices where supply is received from the registered person. In case of credit note, reconciliation is not required because credit note is for reversal of credit, and where action is initiated by the recipient. Section 16 subsection 2 is talking about the availment of credit and not about the reversal of credit. So, while doing this exercise, a reconciliation with credit note is not required. So, this is all about regarding reconciliation of form GSTR-2B with the physical tax invoices which are recorded in your books of account. I hope this will serve important purpose of reconciliation of input tax credit with form GSTR-2. Thank you very much for watching.